All right, so I'm here today at a home in Custer, Washington, part of Ferndale, although locals would argue that they are their own little town. Anyway, this is a daylight basement, 1946 construction, and the basement had been recently finished a few years back. And so my concern was, for one, you can see this bedroom window in the basement is too high and too small for adequate safe egress, secondary egress. So that is a safety concern. Out the window here, you can see where the ground level is. So it's just about here under the window. And being this age of home, I have concerns with groundwater intrusion due to the age or missing curtain drains. And there also was no gutter downspout drains. And there's a couple gutters that discharged over on this side of the home. So it all looks real good to the naked eye. But what I do in this case, typically I don't just run my moisture meter over walls, but if it's a potential prone area, then I do run my moisture meter over walls and floors in those areas. So because this is an exterior wall and that was one of the areas I was concerned about, I came in here with my moisture meter and I do some checks on the walls and everything looks okay there. And oftentimes if there is water getting in, it may or may not show on the wall depending on how it's entering. But in this case, I am getting some moisture in the carpet here. And so it is concrete slab underneath. So I do have to push on the moisture meter quite a bit in order for it to read appropriately, and then I slide it down. So right now you're seeing there's no moisture content anywhere, and as soon as I get close to this wall I start getting some high moisture readings, and you can see I got all the way up to about 60%, and it goes for about a 5 foot 6 foot span and makes a little bit of an arch. So you can see there 50, 60, actually there's almost 80% moisture. So that's pretty high. So pretty confident that there is some water getting into this basement behind that wall. Likely groundwater may be able to be easily remedied just by adding some downspout drains. But this is something that definitely needs further evaluation, and I'm going to advise to these clients to have this further evaluated prior to moving forward on this purchase. So here's another moisture intrusion find at a Morvee ground up inspection.